May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly market forecast. We're looking at the S&P. We're looking at the S&P futures. All right, we're looking at the S&P futures. All right, let's let's just jump right into it. All right, we're on the monthly time frame right here. We can see, you know how the market is designed. It's designed to go up, and that's exactly what we do. Yes, we have our pullbacks. Yes, we do. We make those higher highs and higher lows, and we still keep breaking structure to the upside. Boom, 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 making higher highs and higher lows. All right, it's always an uptrend. You just have to wait for it because you don't want to get caught in one of the dips, right? Those are great. So we look out for those dip buying opportunities. But we had a very nice break of market structure here, and the price continued high. Then we had this lovely dip buying opportunity here, and price kept going higher. All right, and what do we have along the way? Uh, Bullish fair value gaps, like this one, that price didn't even touch yet, has not even touched yet, and yet it continues to go higher. This candle, August, is only 2 weeks in, has already taken the high of the previous month, which was July. All right, July pushed up and then pulled down. Then we opened. We had the follow through to the downside. We did not take that low for the June low. I mean the July low. No, came close, but then price pushed back higher. If we go to the weekly, if I can get this internet to ride with me a little bit, what we will see is this break of the old all time high, right? And that confirms bullishness, right? And we, along the way, when we were breaking that high, we created this fair value gap here. All right. This is the monthly fair value gap I just outlined, but now we can refine it to a weekly fair value gap that has not been touched, as you can see. All right. So it's there. There's structure to support higher prices. Okay. And that would bring us to here where we're looking at this week, which is the week of the 28th of June. All right. Ended ended with a bearish, sorry, ended with a bearish fair value order block. You can see how it engulfed the previous week took the high and the low out. Bam. All right. And closed below the open of the, the preceding week. So this was a very bearish indication in by and of itself. But what did we have the following week? All right. Uh, uh, 2 weeks ago, the market corrected this bearish move without even touching again that bullish fair value gap there. And last week closed bullishly, although it was a short range, not a lot of volume, kind of candle, kind of weak, but it did break the high of that bearish candle. What does that indicate? Well, it would indicate quite a bit. It would indicate quite a bit if it had traded and closed above that high, but it pushed up and then came back down. So what did we do? We really all we did was take liquidity. We we just took liquidity, and then price came back down, and that's not what I want to see at all time highs. I want to see price just keep going up, but it may be time for a retracement. What do you think? All right, so let's take a look at the daily. This is where we get to see some good stuff. All right, that high was taken for sure, traded above. Okay, on this is on the daily time frame, so I'm gonna make that a solid break of structure here. All right, we had a bullish break of structure along the way, like I keep saying. All right, along the way. Why? heck is going on with this trading view, man? All right. Along the way, we created a bullish fair value gap, but this time the market used that fair value gap to push higher. How much higher? Not a lot, not a whole lot. We took the high, the previous all-time high here, all right, and swept that. But you see what the candle did after that. It just pulled back. All right, it pulled back. This is on S&P now. We'll take a look at the Nasdaq on the next video. But what it did was it came back within the range. It came back within the range of the previous daily candle. All right, that was Thursday's candle. So you see this range here for the last 3 days of last week. All right, and we're ending up in a bearish one, and it's already past the 50% of this the range of this candle here. If we look at that candle on the 4 hour, we can get a sense of what direction the market is going in. Look, 1, 2, 3. We had a brief bounce here, and then you see how far this the last 4 hour candle on Friday came within this came down within this the range of this candle here. But what I'm looking at is how far past the halfway point of the wick of this candle is. It's leading me to believe the intent is downward. Now I want to tell you something. Let's refine this fair value gap here, here to here, and we have our first we have our only test with this one. This fair value gap has been used. All right, so when price comes back in here, I don't think there's a whole lot to stop it. What we're going to pay attention to is this low. All right, and that's going to be my liquidity low for next week. I believe it'll be taken right around Wednesday. If I can find it. That's the wrong one. Thank you. All right. And what I believe will happen because we took this high. Come on, man, just right. We took this high, and price started to move down. I believe we're going to take this low. Sorry. I believe we're going to take this low, and that price will continue to. I'm going to show you these lows here. Why? Because there's not a lot of resistance. This is low resistance liquidity right there. All right. They're not all tight and everything. Maybe price will make it down this far to these lows. Gosh darn. All right. I'm definitely getting tired of that. All right. Maybe price comes down to these lows, right? Maybe we come down to this low and price just turns up. You know, there's not a whole lot to stop it from doing that. All right, but what I'm thinking of is if you put a Fibonacci retracement tool on it from this low. Come on, man, what is that? Thank you. I don't understand. All right, yeah, my internet is just embarrassing me. All right, if we go down to this low to this swing high, all right, and I'm thinking anything below the 50%, I'm looking what would turn price up. When can we get involved? When would be a great time to get involved with price? Well, at these lows here, around between the 618 and 718, this is the perfect area for price to turn around. We have a low here, we have a low here. If price makes it down here, I'd be looking for price to find support in those areas. All right, because I don't see the fair value gap in this whole bearish leg. I mean, this whole bullish leg. I don't see the fair value gaps that will turn price back around. All right, I'm looking for something that would turn that would form a formidable area of a formidable area of support, and the closest I can come to is this area here, right around the 50%. There is an order block here. There is resistance turn support in this area, and I'm looking for fair value caps, and I just don't see them. All right, so if price is not seeking to offer fair value, it's looking for liquidity, and there is plenty of liquidity pools down here. So that's what I'm looking for, a longer term pullback into this area, but it has to start here. All right. We may see price turn back up right over there. We don't know. We're going to find out though. Wait until the market tips its hand, and then we could make our moves. All right, and that'll show on between Monday and Tuesday. We'll know what the rest of the week is going to be looking like. But there are some what do you call liquidity lows here, and this is a relative equal lows down here before we hit this untouched weekly fair value gap. I'm just saying, it looks like it's ripe. We're ripe for a pullback. Can I get this thing to right? It looks like we're ripe for a pullback, and we're going to find out. We're going to find out good and early. I want to see what that looks like. Hold on a second. Come on, man. Gosh darn. Let's see. Yeah, it was already taken. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was already swiped. But these are still relative equal lows, and the market will use this as an inducement for uh, larger arrays like the order block or a fair value gap. So I'm still looking at this as a draw on liquidity, these lows, whether it's, you know, whether you think it's this low or that low, I don't care. It's these lows. And I think the pathway down would be very, very interesting. All right. Thank you for watching the video. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button and the boost button, and make sure you check out the other analysis that I already put out already for the FX pairs, and I will see you in the next video. And the next one will be the Nasdaq. I'll see you there.